Good morning everyone. It is officially Amsterdam day 3, I think. I've got a minute in my mouth, by the way, if my face looks weird, that's why. I didn't think this through. As you can see, I'm already ready. Apparently, this cloud is supposed to burn off. It's looking very overcast. Yesterday it looked like this, and I didn't think that there was meant to be rain. And then I stood in the rain for like 30 to 40 minutes for Chun, and it rained. So it's supposed to burn off, and I checked several different weather people's websites and they have said it is going to burn off, so I'm going to believe them because the outfit that I have on is not appropriate for rain. So quick OOTD. So I've gone very kind of like summery today. I'm not gonna lie, this is from Shein. The top is actually a pajama vest top from Primark, and then the skirt is from Hollister, and the best thing about it is it has pockets, and then obviously my Converse. This is also like double layered, even though I feel like, can you see my legs? No, I don't think you can. I think that's just a shadow. But it is like double layered, so there's some like reassurance that no one can see anything, but I have got safety shorts underneath because I don't trust skirts and dresses that are white. So that's kind of why I'm hoping that it's not going to rain, because my outfit is all white and that does not bode well. I've also gone for a little less makeup today and I'm kind of feeling it. I can't bother to put lip liner on, so I've just gone lip balm, but I think I'm leaving at the same time as I did yesterday. It is officially 10 to 10 nearly. Today I am going to Zaanse Schans. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologise. It's basically kind of like this little town where the houses look all really cute, and there's a couple of like little museums. Like I know that there's a clog making museum, which is very Dutch. There's also a cheese, I want to say cheese factory, like a little cheese factory. And then there's also a working windmill there, which I think is really cool when you get to go inside. There's a bunch of windmills as well. I'm pretty sure they got shipped in from all over the world, but they've got one working one, and I think it might be, I'm not sure if it's the only working one in the world. I'll have to check when I'm there. But it's very exciting. It looks really pretty, so I'm actually glad that I left that for today, because today's supposed to be the nicest day for weather. Tomorrow by 5, I think it's like tomorrow by 5 PM, they've predicted like thunderstorms. So luckily tomorrow's my last day and I'm not really planning on much tomorrow, but I also want to be back early tomorrow because I have an early flight the next day. So I don't want to be in Amsterdam like really late and then go to bed at midnight or whatever and do what I've been doing, because I did go to bed last night at nearly 1 AM. So how I'm alive this morning, I don't know, because I still woke up at 7 AM, which is 6 AM UK local time. So I'm still not used to the hours difference, which is really annoying, but I am gonna get going and have hopefully a fun-filled day. I don't know whether I'm gonna spend, nope, not today, Satan. There's literally a wasp trying to get in, and I know it's a wasp. It's definitely not a honeybee, because I don't mind those. You, sir, can go away. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for today. I don't think I'm gonna end up spending all day there. Like, I don't think it's an all day thing. Maybe it is, I don't know. But if I kind of leave there and I find, oh, I've got a little bit of time left, depending on the time, I might go into Amsterdam, maybe hit one of the foodie places that I've wanted to hit. I don't know whether I'd have time for a museum, but I don't want to pay for a museum and then like rush around. So I will see what I end up doing. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's very windy. Well, I'm in it, but the windmills are over there. I've literally had to make a great escape because all of the trains are running really late. Like a lot of tourists. And everyone just piles up everywhere, so I'm just walking along this bridge. I really don't know if you can hear me because it's so windy. I'm not appropriately dressed for today's weather. I'm actually kind of cold. This whole trip has just been me not appropriately dressed, apparently. I'm still thinking it's summer. Summer this year has been shit, apparently, in Amsterdam as well. Oh, also I feel like I need to mention this because I'll forget it. As soon as we came out of the station, it smells like chocolate. There is a huge chocolate factory here. Hang on. I'm not a cheese person. I don't typically like cheese. I don't love it. But that coconut one is good.
Is it beer? Yeah, this is beer cheese.
I'm dead ass a little bit confused because there's a little like talk going on in a cheese room and I don't know where it is. Like I don't know where the entrance is.
It takes 3 hours for one pair if you are a professional shoemaker.
I don't know if you can hear me because it's still very windy today. That was interesting. That was the Clog Museum. It's free entry. They've all been free entry so far, but when you get there at the right time, there's actually someone showing you how they do them and how they make them, and there's tons in there that you can buy and they're really pretty, but I'm not going to use those at home. I mean, he said they're waterproof. He's never been to where I live during the winter. The UK is just always raining. Somehow I don't think they'll keep my feet dry, but they're very pretty though. Actually, to be fair, there were some that looked really nice, like for summer, but not my style. Like I would have nothing to wear them with, but it was really good. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was just about to leave Zaanse Schans because I feel like I've done everything here. And then there was a snack place and I saw that they was doing bitterballen, which is basically like a traditional Dutch snack that people usually have when they drink beer. And it's basically like deep fried, I wanna say like beef, and then you put like mustard on it, and it's supposed to soak up the beer contents. So I wanted to try it, and it's the only place where I've actually seen it on like a menu or whatever, because I haven't really been looking for it. But it's more of a snack thing. It smells really good. But I'm gonna eat this now, and I'm in this like really cute little like garden bit. There's like a bridge there that everyone keeps getting pictures on. I did actually have a lovely couple earlier who I want to say they were Spanish. I'm not actually sure. They asked me to take a picture of them, and then the girl was like, oh, do you want me to take a picture of you? And I was like, oh god, yes please, because I think they saw me struggling. My phone's great. I've got the S23 Ultra, and it's really great because you can use the pen as like a clicker, but then you also still need to place your phone somewhere, and there's nowhere but the ground. So I'm gonna eat these now and I'll give you my verdict. Okay. They're really good, but very hot. They should come with a warning. I'm literally gonna burn my mouth on this. Okay, I'm officially heading out of Zaanse Schans. I am feeling myself depleting very rapidly, and I keep thinking about going into Amsterdam Central, but I don't think I've got the energy, so I think I'm gonna go back to the hotel, maybe go in the supermarket and recuperate, and then figure out what I'm gonna do after I've had maybe like an hour's skip or something. I'm gonna be honest, it feels really weird to be in this hotel room during broad daylight, but I'm so beat. I think just having 2 massively crazy days, and then I haven't stopped today either. I'm so tired. I went into Albert Heijn, is that how you say it? Turns out the Albert Heijn that's like 2 minutes from here, if even that, is just like a convenience one. So it's not like a full-on supermarket, so they've only really got like sandwiches and drinks and stuff. I was tempted to get the new Coca-Cola flavour because they've got like an Oreo cream one or something. sounds disgusting. Apparently it's really good, but I couldn't be bothered. It's only like a little can, and realistically I just wanted to go in there to see if I could get any snacky bits. I'm so tired. The only plan that I've got in my head that I could do is maybe just like recuperate myself here for a bit. It's super hot in this room as well. I'm going to have to take this shawl jumpery thing off. Is to go into Amsterdam later, maybe get some kind of food item. I know Fable Fritz is open until like 9 PM, so that could be an option. It's not really much of a dinner though. Or, oh my god, I'm so tired. Or I would just find like maybe a pancake place or something, I don't know. But Body Worlds is open until I think like 11, and it's basically like a museum that's full of basically bodies that have been donated or something for science, I don't know. Which sounds really interesting, morbidly interesting. But that's the only place that I can think of that I really want to go, other than the museum, whose name I can't pronounce, so I'm not going to bother, but it has a really nice library and it's more kind of like classical art, but that's really big and it closes at 5, so I can't go to that today. That's tomorrow's task. I just feel like dying right now. So I might just have to snuggle in bed for a bit and read my book, and I know that's really bad because I'm in Amsterdam and I should be doing something, but this is the beauty of solo travelling. I don't have anyone else to think about. Like, if I wanted to stay in here for the whole holiday, I could. Obviously I haven't and I wouldn't, but I'm so beat. I've had to pick on the windowsill. Before I forget, here is a little mini haul from Zaanse Schans. So there's a couple of things there. I was very, very tempted by the coconut cheese. I don't know if you heard me because there was a lot of noise in that room. But there was a coconut cheese and oh my god, I've never tasted something so glorious in my life. I'm not a huge cheese fan. Don't get me wrong, I love cheese on pizza and I don't mind cheese on toast, like cheese melted on things I love. I love goat's cheese as well. I tried the lavender goat cheese, which I forgot to mention. Couldn't taste the lavender, it just tasted like goat's cheese. But the coconut one, oh, if you like coconut and you ever go to Zaanse Schans, you have to try the coconut cheese. It sounds weird, it sounds gross, it's really good. To be fair, I'm not a beer person either, and I tried the beer cheese and the beer cheese was really good as well. I did think about getting one, but then I was like, realistically, what am I gonna do with a block of cheese? I was like, I don't realistically need it, do I? So I left it there. I'll be thinking about it for the rest of my life, but it's fine. What I did, however, get was soaps. I was like, soap is one of those things that I really love. I love soap. Don't ask why, I just really love bars of soap. Whenever it comes to Christmas and birthdays and people say to me, oh, what can we get you? I'm like, soap. A bar of soap, but nice soap, not like cheap, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example, like cheap, you know the cheap bars of soap you sometimes get in hotels and they smell like cheap bars of soap? Not that kind of soap, like nice scented soap. So there was actually this shop which had like this gigantic Miffy in the window, and they have tons of soap in there that's actually made by someone, like it's all handmade. I can't remember which ones I picked up. In fact, I don't know which ones I picked up because the signs were all in Dutch and I don't read Dutch. I don't know what I bought, but I was sniffing them and they smelled nice. So I got 3 because you can never have enough soap, and I'm very happy about these purchases. It's quite expensive, but to be fair, they do last for a long time, and it actually has the little label of where it came from, so I can look it up. Oh, that's cute. There's a little sticker that says, thank you, your purchase keeps our windmills turning. That's adorable. The other thing that I got, now some might say this was an unnecessary purchase, but I saw it and it was cute. The shop with the gigantic Miffy in the window, if you're looking for Miffy stuff, loads of it in there. I saw these little like Miffy mint tins, and this one has Miffy with like a little windmill and a Netherlands flag, and I just thought it was adorable. And I always have mints on me, I love carrying mints, so I was like, after I finish the mints in here, I could put my own mints in it. So it's not It's not a crappy purchase because I'll have this for the rest of my life. The ones that were there were only 2 of these and they were both dented. But the other designs I didn't really want. There was one with Miffy in a tulip field, and then there was another one with Miffy on a bike. They didn't have like the Netherlands flag on them. And I feel like if I hadn't have got this one with the little flag, then it would have been like something that I could buy anywhere kind of thing. So yeah. I am not gonna lie to you. I took my makeup off and I went to sleep at, I think just after 3, maybe half 3, and I woke up at 6:15. That was me thinking, oh, I'm only gonna sleep for an hour. I knocked right out. I'm telling you, I'm tired. And I also think the sun didn't help today. I feel like I might have caught the sun a little bit. I went to Mackey's again. I sat there contemplating for a little while what I really wanted to do. I did think about going into Amsterdam, and Fable Fritz is open until 9, but I was like, it's just fries. And I know this is no better, but like, at least this is a meal, you know? I was thinking of going down to the restaurant, but even just a pizza on its own is gonna cost me 20 quid. And I'm not in the mood to talk to people. I'm so tired. And I kind of want to wake up early tomorrow. McDonald's is weird. I managed to get a large drink today and it didn't seem as confusing. There's still kind of like 2 drinks options and I'm not sure what the other one means. I'm thinking maybe it means like a reusable cup or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, for some reason large drinks exist today, so there's your points back, Amsterdam, because I honestly thought your McDonald's was weird and you only did small drinks. Turns out you don't. I also managed to make it a meal, which I didn't manage to do yesterday. Still no barbecue, so still minus 10 points for that. Apparently it does exist. I looked on the website, apparently it does exist. I don't know, maybe it's just they don't sell it there because people don't get it, or maybe it's just sold out, I don't know. Although to be fair, yesterday it could have been the same thing with the drinks. They might not have had the cups, I don't know. I decided to get something that you can only get in Amsterdam. I'm not sure if you can only get it in Amsterdam or whether, I thought it wasn't in there then. Or whether you can get it elsewhere, but obviously this isn't something we have in the UK. A honey and mustard chicken wrap. I love honey mustard. It's the one reason why I loved Orlando, because honey mustard sauce is everywhere. You go into Disney and you get like nuggets or whatever, you can get honey and mustard sauce. For some reason we don't have it in the UK. We have like a honey and mustard salad dressing, but that's it. And it's not obviously for fries or anything like that. But yeah, I'm gonna tuck into this and then I'm gonna probably have a bath and have a really early night. And I think, famous last words, I think I'm gonna set my alarm for about 5 AM. Good morning, everyone. So I did not sleep that well. I'm not sure why. For some reason, since being here, I just haven't got used to the time difference, and I'm so buzzed of a night that I just haven't been falling asleep that well. So obviously I tried to lay in bed at about 9, nearly 10 o'clock, and I just wasn't tired, so I spent hours on end just being awake. So every 5 seconds I was checking my phone and stuff. Little update, I don't know if I told you this yesterday, but my Instagram has been playing up. So when I go and post a story, yesterday literally everything that I posted on my story besides the videos was basically showing up really pixelated, and it's doing the same again today. Now it doesn't seem to be an issue with everyone because everyone else's stories are fine. I did find a Reddit post of someone that said the same thing from yesterday, so it's not just happening to me, but it hasn't rectified itself and I'm really annoyed because it means that I can't post on there, and I'm not posting on there so much for everyone else, it's more for myself. I like posting on there, I like having highlights so that I can go back and look at them. Obviously I save everything onto a hard drive anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much, but Instagram is just such an easy way to look at it all very quickly. So I'm slightly annoyed at that. I'm probably just going to take pictures on my camera today, and then hopefully at some point when Instagram decides it wants to work again, then I can upload them. But I'm a little bit annoyed about it. I'm not sure whether it was because the app had an update yesterday or something, and now there's like an internal bug specifically for like Androids or like my phone or like whatever that means that it's not working. But Anyway, I've tried countless times throughout the night and this morning and it's still not working, so that's annoying. However, it's currently, and I'm excited to say this, nearly 9:15. This is the earliest that I have been up and ready. I think I've been leaving the hotel room at just after 10 o'clock. I think about 10:30 I've been leaving. That's the earliest I've left. So a really early start for me this morning. I did set my alarm for like 5:30 and honestly it jolted me awake. I did not realise how loud my alarm is. I don't know whether my other alarms are more quiet because I set them to be more quiet, or whether this new one was just really loud because the room's quite echoey. Either way, it jolted me awake and I was like, oh my god, that's gonna wake everyone else up. Honestly, it was loud enough to wake the dead. You're probably wondering what are my plans for my last day in Amsterdam, which I can't even believe that I'm saying that. When it was the countdown for this trip, I honestly thought to myself, it's gonna go so quickly and then I'm gonna wish that it wasn't here because I'm so nervous for it, and I felt ballsy at the time that I booked it and now I'm not feeling so ballsy, and now it's just, I'm on my last day. Like, what is that? Like, I can't even believe I'm saying that. So today's plan is to go to the Rijks Museum or Rijks Museum, depending on who you ask, which is more of a classical art museum, so like oil paintings, that kind of thing. I'm not gonna lie, the main reason that I'm going is because I want to see the library. They have a really, really beautiful library in there and I want to see it because I love a good library. So I'm gonna head there today. It opens, well, it's just opened, it closes at 5. And apart from that, I mean, there's a couple of like other foodie items on my list to do if I can, like oh, I can't remember the name of it, but the cookie place that's really famous. I wouldn't mind getting like a fresh stroopwafel because there's a stand that sells them, but they're like fresh ones, and it was, I think they were like the first or whatever. I don't want to go to Von Wonderen or whatever it's called because apparently, I mean, I know they're overpriced and also apparently they're not very good. I just wanted to take a picture of their window because their window is pretty. Other than that, I don't really have many plans. I think if I wanted to do anything else today, museum-wise, I would probably go and do Body Worlds. That's one of the ones that really interests me. So we'll see what happens. I am literally just going to do some last-minute bits. I've already started packing ready for tomorrow. But other than that, I will take you with me and we'll spend our last day in Amsterdam together. Okay, OOTD just before I leave. I believe I've done one every day, which is the first for me because usually I end up forgetting at some point. This little jumper vest thing is technically from New Look, but it's not actually New Look branded. I think it was from like a brand called Pink Vanilla or something. I don't know where. Yeah, Pink Vanilla. But I got it from New Look, but I believe they have their own website, but I can't remember. Don't quote me on that, but it like half zips up and stuff. Shorts, these are the same ones that I was wearing the other day. These are from Pull & Bear, and then obviously my bog standard Converse. I was about to say Nike. My Converse, and that is the outfit of the day. We'll see how I survive because apparently it's supposed to thunderstorm this evening, so whether or not I miss that, we'll soon find out. So I made it to the museum. The trams are really easy to use, but you need to know that you cannot get on in the middle. You can only get on at the front or at the back. There were two like young like girls, like tourists, and they literally tried getting on at the middle and then realised that they couldn't, and then the tram just kind of drove off and we were all kind of like awkwardly staring at them. So I've made it. However, I got to the entrance and they were like, "Where have you got your ticket?" And I was like, "What, do I have to buy online?" And they were like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, good to know." So if you want to go to the Rijks Museum, you have to order in advance. There are now a plethora of people waiting outside, literally scanning a QR code that's on a picture so that they can order a ticket. So I don't think that's very well advertised, I'm gonna admit, because all it says is scan here to get tickets. It doesn't say like, you know, you have to book in advance or anything like that. It was like the one museum that I was just like, yeah, probably don't need to do that, but it's all like timed as well, and I hate that. Like, I don't want to have to plan everything around a time. You know, like this morning I could have left, you know, at 8 and been here for 9, or I could have left later and been late for my time slot. You get like an hour's time slot after the time that you booked it for. So I booked it for 10:45. I think I'm gonna head to a cafe because I'm actually kind of peckish, but also there's not really anything around here that I need like to do or to see or whatever, and I don't want to go too far and then I miss my slot. If that place didn't have the library in it, I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't go in, I probably wouldn't bother, and I'd just find something else to do today. But it was the only thing left on my list that I was like, oh, you know, if I don't do it then I'm gonna be gutted. So I've booked it anyway. It's not that much of a wait. The other earlier times were all like booked out, otherwise I would have booked one of them. But that's how my morning's going, but it's a nice day, so I'm not too mad about it. Oh, it happened again. So I had breakfast in this really lovely little cafe called Blushing. Realised I don't get an hour's leeway. I have to be in there by 11. It's currently 10:57. I'm looking at local time. I was sat there and I asked this lady, I was like, oh, can I have the bill please? And she was like, yeah. And then the waitress that served me was doing other stuff, so I couldn't get her attention. And then the lady that I asked the bill for, she was like busy doing stuff, and then she ended up going to the Americans that were like right opposite me, and there was like 4 or 5 of them. And I was sat there and I was like, okay. And she got their bill and she didn't get mine, and I was like, right, now I'm sat here awkwardly. It happened once before when I was staying at Premier Inn at Heathrow, and I was sat in the restaurant for ages, and the lady that was serving me was serving the table of like 5 or 6 and then was completely ignoring me, and I was like, oh, okay. So it kind of happened there. I sort of had to stand up and kind of like make myself known to get the bill, but now I'm like rushing because I don't know if they're really strict with the times here or not. I'm hoping that I'm probably going to be like a minute or 2 late, but I'm hoping they're not that strict. We'll find out in a minute. I might have just wasted like 20 odd euros. So I basically ended up having a bunch of foodie stops. I went to, I can't remember the name, but there's like a place that does really I think it's, oh, it's not Riders. I'll put it in the video, I'll edit it in. But they do fresh street waffles. They're really, really good, highly recommend, but you might actually burn your mouth on them because they do them fresh. So my advice is let them cool down a little bit. I also had a happy accident because I got kind of lost a little bit, or not really lost, I just went a really long way round. I ended up stumbling upon a market, and at this market where they do the street waffles, there's also a bunch of like jewellery stands and stuff, and I didn't think that I'd find any, but there are actually stands that do sterling silver rings, so I did buy one of those. Now I've just stopped off at, I think it's, is it Van Steeple or Von Steeple? I can't remember, but they do cookies. They literally only sell one kind of cookie. It's chocolate with like melted chocolate in the middle. I was tempted to buy the tin, but the tin's like 15 euros, and I'm like, oh, I've still got to get that back home, and I haven't really got a place for it, so I'm going to try it now and give you my verdict. I mean, in my opinion, you can never go wrong with a cookie, and they're nice because they're what they should be. They're like kind of a little bit crispy when they cool down, but gooey. But I haven't got to the centre yet. But I'm gonna eat this off camera because it's gonna take me ages. The only thing that this needs, and people are gonna judge me for this, it needs a glass of milk. I love a glass of milk with cookies. Judge me all you want, but I do like milk. Hello to my last ever update for this little travel vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm not sure how many clips I got What usually happens is when I go on a trip, I get back and then I realise that I haven't really got enough clips to actually do a vlog, and that happened on the last little trip that I did. So hopefully it doesn't happen this time. I didn't really update you after the whole cookie thing. What I will say is, do I think it was worth €3? Not really. They just tasted like any old chocolate cookie that you could get from Tesco's or Sainsbury's or something, just with like a gooey centre. So I don't necessarily think they're worth the hype. Like, they're nice, don't get me wrong, but they're very expensive for what they are. Like, they literally just taste like any old cookie to me. After that, I did end up going to get some food at Wok to Go, which is kind of like a fast food noodle place. I was toying between that and Fable Fritz. This trip, I did not manage to do Fable Fritz. I was thinking about it and then I wasn't really in the mood for fries. I feel like I've kind of gorged myself on sweet treats today. So I'm all kind of fooded out, shall we say. Although I do have and I don't know how you usually say this, but passa de nata, I don't know, it's that Portuguese, like, almost custardy tart looking thing. I've never had one, and there was a nice guy on the stall, so I thought I'd go and get one. Yeah, I can't believe that this is the last and final update. Tomorrow, I literally leave back for the UK, and I'm like, I'm trying not to get emotional about it. Like, I was walking to Amsterdam Central, and I was like, I can't believe I did this. I'm so proud of myself. I don't say that often, but I really am proud of myself, because every day I've woken up and I've been ready to go, and you know, sometimes I will get kind of like a nervous feeling or whatever, but like I haven't been overly anxious to the point where I've wanted to stay in my hotel room, which sometimes happens when I go to London, and I really have to push myself to leave. That hasn't really happened here, like, and even just, you know, earlier when I walked into a cafe and I asked for a table and I got some breakfast and I sat entirely alone eating my breakfast, like, those sort of things are such a big deal to me. Like, traveling on foreign transport, that's a huge deal to me. Just everything about this trip has been like such a massive deal, and you know, probably 5 people are going to watch this and they're probably going to be thinking, what the fuck, like, it's really not that big of a deal, but it's a huge deal to me. So I'm insanely proud of myself for doing this, and I've enjoyed myself thoroughly. I've had some moments, I've had some really nice moments here. Overall thoughts on Amsterdam, I've really liked it. Is it my favourite European city that I've been to so far? No. I am afraid to say I'm a basic bitch, and that still goes to Paris. I love Paris, and I think it gets a bad rep because people go there with this idea of what it's supposed, or like what they think it's supposed to be, and then when they get there they're disappointed. I've never had that feeling when I've gone, because I've never gone with this preconception of what I think it's supposed to be. And I just think the architecture there and everything is really beautiful. Like, I just think the city itself is really beautiful. It does have its downsides, like you get a lot of like pickpocketing, and sometimes the public transport isn't the cleanest, and then also the public transport is very few and far between. But I love Paris. Amsterdam though will always be like a special place for me now, just because I did this on my own and this is the first time I did this. I do think it's a very beautiful city. I think once you get away from that central Amsterdam kind of like station area and you actually like walk further afield and you get to kind of like the quaint little streets with the canals and stuff, I think it's really beautiful, and I love the architecture here. And there's so much to do and so much to eat, and you know, you could easily spend probably over a week here. I mean, if you wanted to do everything. I think this was just enough for me. I did what I wanted to do, and honestly I was running out of stuff to do. I could have done stuff just for the sake of doing it because I'm here, but I didn't necessarily want to do that. I had a list of things I wanted to do, a list of things I wanted to eat, and accomplished everything I wanted to do. Everything I wanted to eat was way too much for the time that I was here, but I've really loved it. And I'm gonna end the vlog here because I've got a really early flight tomorrow and there's no point in carrying on in this vlog. I can't remember if I actually showed you what the outside of the hotel looks like. I don't think I'm gonna venture out and show you guys just because I'm not gonna lie, I can't be bothered. I need to get my last minute bits packed and just kind of make sure that I'm not gonna be in a rush in the morning, because I literally have to leave for like a 5:30ish AM train. As far as I've seen, that's the only train in the morning that I can get that goes straight to the airport without a transfer, like with a bus or like another train or whatever. And I want to keep things as simple as possible, and I don't want to miss that train, so I just need to get everything packed and go. They've left me more sweets. I'm like looking over there and I'm like, oh, I could have sworn I ate that sweet earlier. Yeah, they just leave you a brand new set of sweets every time you leave your room. Thanks for the sweets. I've loved my time here. Just a little mini haul before I go. This was the ring that I got at the market, this little red ruby one. It's sterling silver. It's like hammered around the outside. There were like a bunch of ring stalls, and I was googling it to try and see if there were places like that in Amsterdam before I came, and I couldn't find anything. But yeah, if you're after anything like this, there's loads of stalls where the waffle guy is. I can't remember what the name was, but it's really famous because they're like the really fresh ones. What else did I buy? Oh wait, I've got the name here, I can check. Ruddy's, I'm not sure. Yeah, I got 2 packs of their street waffles because I wanted to get some to take home, and I was like, well, I might as well get them from this store, and then I've got them then. So I got 2 packs to take home with me, because one's for a gift and then one's for me because I'm a pig. I think that's the only thing I bought today, apart from food. So that's all I have to show you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I hope if any of you are watching this and you're about to set off on your first ever solo adventure, or you're even thinking about it, take it from me, I am the most anxious person going. Like, I don't leave the house without making a plan. Okay, that's a lie. I don't leave the house without making a plan if it's something that I've never done before. I'm that kind of anxious. Like, I will research public transport, I will research the route. I'm that kind of person. I have to know, I have to have everything planned out. And I'm still anxious then, even when I've got a plan. So take it from me, if I can do it, you can do it. Because this has been the most amazing thing for me ever. Like, I've just done so many things I never usually would do, and I've stepped properly out of my comfort zone. This is your sign to take your first ever solo trip. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content from me, then don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a like. And until the next video, I will see you then. So bye guys.